Shanter. When chapman billies leave the street and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tat the gate, as we sit boozing at the nappy, getting fou and unca happy, we think nae o' the lang Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, guarding our brews like a gathering storm, nursing a wrath to keep it warm. This truth found honest Tam Shanter, as he's for air ae night did canter, all there was nae a tune surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses. Now Tam had been so wise as to tak thy ain wife Kate's advice. She telled thee well, thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken, blellum, that fae November till October, market day thou wasna sober. The ilka melder with the miller, thou sat as long as thou would siller, and every naig was ca'd a shoe on. The smith and they got roaring fou on, and at the Lord's house, even on a Sunday, thou drank with Curtin Jean till Monday. She prophesied that later soon thou would be found deep drowned in doon, or catched by warlocks in the muck, doon by Alloway's all haunted kirk. O gentle dames, it gars me greet to see how mony counsels sweet, how mony lengthened sage advices the husband for the wife despises. So, to our tale, a market night, and Tam got planted unca right, fast by an ingle, blazing finely, with ream and swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow, Suitor Johnny, his ancient, his trusty, his drouthy crony. Tam loved him like a very brother, and they'd been fou for weeks together. The night drove on with songs and clatter, and now the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, with favours, secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told the queerest story, as the landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without might raise and rustle, Tam didn't mind the storm a whistle. Care mad to see a man so happy, he'n drowned himself among the nappy. His bees flit hame with ladies of treasure, and minutes winged their wise to pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious. Ah, the hills are life victorious. But pleasures are like poppy spread. You seize the flower, its bloom it shed, or like the snowfalls in a river, a moment white that melts forever, or like the borealis race that flit air, you point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, ere vanishing amid the storm. But nae man can tether time nor tide, and the hour approaches in Tam man ride. That hour of night black arch the keystone, the dreary hour he mounts his beast in, and sick a night he takes the road in. It's near poor sinner being abroad, and the wind blew twad blan its last. The rattling shower was on the blast, the speedy gleam the darkness swallowed, loud deep and long the thunder bellowed. That night, a child might understand. The deal had business on his hand. So where's Tam? Well, he's mounted on his grey mare Meg. A better never lifted leg. Tam sped on through Dublin mire, despising wind and rain and fire. Was hudding down his gid blue bonnet, and crooning on some Scots sonnet. Was glowering round with prudent cares, let's boogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway's approaching nigh, where ghosts and hoolies night will cry. But this time, he's across the ford. We're in the snar, the chapman small, passed by the Burks and Meikle Stein, were drunk and Charlie Bratnick's Ben, and through the wind and by the cairn where hunters found the murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well where Mungo's mother hanged herself. Before him, doon, pours o'er his floods. The rattling storm roars through the woods, the lightning flash from pole to pole, near and more near the thunder's roll, and gleaming through the growing trees, Kirk Alloway seemed in a blaze. The ilk above the beams were glancing in all resounding mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn, we tuppeny, we fear the evil, we usca be, I'll face the devil, this what's reigned in Tammy's noodle. Fair play, he cast ne'er deals a boodle. But Maggie stood. Fair sight astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward in the light, and vow, oh vow, Tam saw an uncas sight, warlocks and witches and a dance. Nae Cataloyan brought new frae France, but hornpipes, jigs, traspays and reels put life and metal in their heels. A Winnock bunker in the east, there sat all neck and shape a beast, a towsy tight, great black and large. To gie the music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and got them skull to roof and rafters added dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses that showed the dead in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slight, each in their called hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the holy table a murderer's banes and gibbet urns, twa spangly wee on Chris and Burns, a thief new cutted free a rape, wi' his last gasp his guard did gape, 5 tomahawks with blood red crusted, 5 scimitars with murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a father's neck had mangled, whom his ain son a life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft, would be mere horrible and awful, and ain't a name would be unlawful, but there was 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out. The lie seemed like a beggar's clute, and there were 3 priests' hearts, rotten black as muck, lying stinking vile in every nook. As Tammy glowered, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun got fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they set, they crossed, they clicked, till ilka Carla swat and ricked, and coosed her diddies to the work, and link it at it in her sack. Oh Tam, they been queens a plump and strapping in their teens, their socks instead of cushiony flanning, been sna white and 1700 linen. The bricks of mine my only pair, the aints were plush with good blue hair. I'd have given them off my hurdies for a blink and oh the bonny birdies. But with their beldams all in drow, ra hoodie hags, what's been a foal a loud pen and flinging on a crummock, I wonder didn't turn the stomach. But Tam kent, if it was what fu brally, there was Wincham, Wench and Wally that night enlisted in the corps, long after kenned on Carrick shore. For mony a beast to dead she'd shot, and perished mony a bonny boat, and shook baith meikle corn and beer, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark, o' Paisley harm, that while a lassie she had worn, in longitude was sorely scanty, it was her best, but she was vanity, and little kent thy reverend granny, the sark she coughed for her wee nanny. With £2 Scots 'twas a her riches, whatever graced a dance of witches. Now hear my muse her wingman core, 6 flights are far beyond her power, to sing like Nanny lap and flung, a supple jade she was and strong. As Tammy stood like een bewitched, and thought his very een enriched, een sate and glowered and fidged fu fain, and hotched and blew with might and main, till first he caper sign another. Tam tint to reason a' together, and roars out, oh aye, he roars out, well done, Cutty Sark! And in an instant, all was dark. So scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied. His bees buzz out wi' angry fyke, and plundering herds assail their bike. Wi' open pussy's mortal foes, and pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch a thief resounds aloud. So, Maggie runs, the witches follow, and mony an eldritch screeching hollow. Oh Tam, they'll get thy faring, in hell they'll roast thee like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thee coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now, do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and when the Keisty know the brig, they're at them then, they tail me toss, a running stream they dare na cross, for what the Keisty thou shalt make, and faint a tail she had to shake, and Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon Nogo Maggie's wrist, flew at town with furious hell. But little was she Maggie's mettle. See, he spring brought off her master Hale, but left behind her angry tail. Carlin caught her by the rump and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now, what this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother, son, tak heed, for if to drink ye are inclined, our cutty sarks run in your mind, think ye may buy the joys of dear, but remember, oh I remember, Tam o' Shanter's mare. Thank you.
Excellent. Superb. You know, I'd have paid for doing the Selkirk Grace. Well done, Gary, I tell you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We got off lightly.
I know. Remember